Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to do an Oscar reaction video. I decided not to do my Oscar picks video this year because honestly, I already do my Wasteland reviewer awards and get to pick what I wanted to be nominated, what I wanted to win. So it's kind of like kind of being a little bit redundant, so I decided to just do a little bit of a couple minutes of reaction to the show. I'm not going to go over every single award or anything like that, just a couple of pinpoints of things that really stuck out to me. And the first thing is specifically about the show. It worked out so much better without a host. It went a lot smoother. There wasn't ridiculously long, convoluted, stupid gags that a lot of the hosts try to do and take up a bunch of time. It was actually nice, and it flowed well, and people popped in and out, did little gags and stuff like that, but nothing that was like 20 minutes of this ridiculous thing when it's like, come on. This show actually ended at like 11:20 instead of midnight. I'm like, thank you. And it made me so happy, and it really works, so I actually hope they keep doing the show like this. So that's just on a side note about the actual production of the show. In terms of the awards, I'm going to get started with what made me the most angry last night, and that was when First Man, of all films, wins Best Visual Effects against Avengers Infinity War, when Avengers Infinity War made completely CGI characters look unbelievably lifelike and real people, creatures, standing right in front of you. What, for First Man to, look, they did a rocket. There's like 20 spaceships in Avengers Infinity War. It's mind-boggling. I felt like they were just trying to give First Man something because it was one of the most disappointing films of 2018, but it was still Damien Chazelle and it was Oscar baity, and it's just like, no, that movie shouldn't have won anything. And honestly, the only thing it really should have been nominated and potentially won was score, and it didn't even get nominated, so I don't get it. But yeah, that made me really angry. And two threads off of that, Infinity War should have been the second Marvel film to win an Oscar last night, after Black Panther becomes the first ever Marvel film to win an Oscar. And it's so exciting. It won a few of them, and now Marvel has a couple of Oscars and DC has one. So the whole competition that the fans create about DC versus Marvel that the two studios actually don't care about can fuel that fire. But I was really happy Black Panther picked up the Oscars that it did because it really deserved them. The costumes were really impressive. The score was a really impressive score. I still like the Infinity War score more, and honestly I wish Isle of Dogs Alexandre Desplat would have won it. But it is what it is. And I think that Black Panther was deserving of those Oscars, and it's really cool seeing a comic book movie for Marvel Studios, the MCU, finally win an Oscar. And thinking about, I think one of the biggest takeaways of the whole show was I was really excited that it felt really different because it was really spread out. A lot of different films won a bunch of different awards. There wasn't even, say, a Mad Max Fury Road this year that picked up 6 technical awards and ran away with that, or even Grand Budapest Hotel picking up 5 Oscars, and everybody else spreading thin. Everybody kind of like split things up, and I thought that was interesting. And Roma came in strong into the show, picked up some big ones. I actually preferred Cold War more than Roma, so I kind of wish that would have won Best Foreign Language Film, but there's no denying that Roma is a great film. And it's very interesting, the trend with the Best Director Oscar, because besides Damien Chazelle, 4 of the last 5, I believe, are Mexican-born directors, and that's pretty impressive. And it isn't just the same person winning 4 times. It's a few directors, 3 of them there. And Alfonso Cuarón, I think, is a very talented director. I wish I was more hoping for Yorgos Lanthimos and The Favorite to pick up the cinematography and director Oscars there, but that's not what happened. And in terms of the acting awards, I think they were pretty well done, honestly. Nothing that was like, oh, I'm so angry. Like, I wish Sam Elliott and Bradley Cooper both won for A Star is Born, but didn't happen. I wasn't surprised at all Mahershala Ali won, and he does a fantastic job in that film, and Rami Malek does a great job, and I even rewatched Bohemian Rhapsody right before the Oscars, and they were impressive. But I'm going to save my most feel-good moment for the end, but then the best picture, I loved Green Book, and I thought it was a great film, honestly. There's two films that were nominated for Best Picture that I think were a little more deserving, and it was A Star is Born and The Favorite. So I kind of wish one of them won, especially A Star is Born, since it really only won for Best Song. But when it really came down to it, like, I was fine with Green Book winning. I was surprised that it won, though. I was really thinking Roma was going to swoop in there and really make a huge impact there. But the most feel-good moment, which I thought Glenn Close was a lock for Best Actress, when Olivia Colman won and gave the best speech of the night. It was so ridiculously endearing and wonderful, and I absolutely loved it. And I kind of wish that was the speech that ended the night, honestly, because it was so wonderful and I absolutely loved it. But those are some of my takeaways from the Oscars. Comment, let me know what you thought of the Oscars, any big snubs that you felt happened or anything. And just remember, as of now, Peter Farrelly, the man who brought us Dumb and Dumber, is now an Academy Award-winning writer and producer. Keep that takeaway. And you have a wonderful day, and thank you as always for supporting your Wasteland Reviewer.